Let's jump right in. Welcome to this explainer on Deosai National Park. We're heading to the Skardu region of Pakistan to explore one of the most extreme, yet honestly just vibrantly alive environments on Earth. We'll unpack its staggering geography, some incredibly rare wildlife, and a powerful conservation success story that makes this high-altitude ecosystem an absolute masterpiece of our planet. So let's get into it.
Okay, think about this number for a second. 4,100. That is the average elevation in meters above sea level that we are dealing with here. To put that into perspective, you're looking at over 13,500 feet. This insane elevation officially makes the Deosai one of the highest alpine plateaus anywhere on the globe. You are literally standing on the roof of the world, where the air gets incredibly thin and the landscape just stretches out like something from a totally different dimension.
Because of this sheer, unbelievable scale, it makes total sense that locals have this deep reverence for Deosai. They often call it the land of giants. And it's a fitting title, right? It's born out of respect for a vast wilderness where nature is just completely in charge. When you're standing up there, totally surrounded by the monumental peaks of the Himalayas, the Karakoram, and the western Tibetan Plateau, it honestly feels like the mountains are reaching up to touch the heavens. It's wildly humbling.
Now, this plateau isn't just high up, it is impossibly huge. We're talking about nearly 3,600 square kilometers of unbroken wilderness and golden meadows. Try to imagine that expanse stretching just as far as your eyes can possibly see, completely walled in by snow-capped peaks. There is literally nowhere else in South Asia quite like it. But you know what makes this massive expanse so incredibly fascinating? It's not just the dramatic terrain itself, it's who actually manages to survive up there.
You'd probably assume that an environment at this extreme altitude would be, well, completely barren and desolate. But against all odds, Deosai is a thriving kingdom of rare wildlife. Despite the harsh, really unforgiving conditions, the plateau is actually teeming with a miraculous variety of life that is uniquely adapted to thrive right here at the very roof of the Himalayas.
This immense, wide-open space is a critical sanctuary for some of the rarest creatures in the world. Now, the undisputed king of the plateau, that's the endangered Himalayan brown bear, which roams freely right through the untouched wilderness. But they share this vast space with the Himalayan ibex, those elusive Tibetan wolves, red foxes, and occasionally, if you're incredibly lucky, the rare snow leopard. Look up, and you've got golden eagles soaring around. Listen closely, and you'll hear the high-pitched calls of thousands of marmots echoing across the open plains. It's really something else.
What's also fascinating is that this environment is far from static. The seasonal transformation is just dramatic. In the winter, you have this incredibly harsh, frozen landscape swept by icy winds and blanketed in thick snow. But the moment summer hits, the entire plateau goes through a complete metamorphosis. The ice melts away, and suddenly you're looking at vast oceans of vibrant golden alpine flowers that stretch all the way to the horizon. It's a complete 180.
So, how does this incredible explosion of life survive? Well, we have to look at the park's lifelines. The pristine wetlands and crystal-clear mountain waters act as the literal circulatory system of Deosai. Without these natural water networks, which are constantly fed by the surrounding glacial giants, the plateau simply could not sustain its rich, high-altitude biodiversity.
This aquatic network is so diverse and essential. First off, we have Sheosar Lake, famous for casting these spectacular crystal-clear reflections of the towering peaks right above it. Then you've got the Barapani and Kalapani rivers, which act as the crucial waterways winding through all those endless grasslands. And all of this is fed by glacial streams originating from ancient Himalayan snowfields. When you see how all this water connects, it becomes perfectly clear why thousands of migratory birds flock here, making it one of Asia's most vital, pristine wetlands.
But Deosai isn't just a stunning geographical wonder. It represents a truly monumental conservation success story. What we're really looking at is the deliberate transformation of a once highly threatened habitat into a strictly protected sanctuary. It's a powerful, tangible example of how human intervention, when guided by science and actual care, can help save the soul of a wilderness and pull an endangered species right back from the brink of extinction. To understand that success, we have to look back. Centuries ago, Deosai was actually a heavily traversed pathway crossed by ancient caravan trade routes. But as modern pressures mounted over the years, the wildlife suffered tremendously. Recognizing this massive crisis, Deosai National Park was officially established in 1993 to put an end to that historical exploitation. And today, well, we are witnessing the remarkable recovery of the endangered Himalayan brown bear. It's a phenomenal triumph in wildlife conservation that scientists worldwide are studying right now. Yet,
Deosai is much more than just a triumph of biology. It's deeply woven into the human story, too. The plateau is totally steeped in ancient nomadic traditions and really rich local Baltai and Shina folklore. There are fascinating legends passed down through centuries of human exploration. It really represents this perfect intersection where ancient human myths, history, and cutting-edge ecological science all meet at 4,100 meters in the sky.
Beyond the local myths, though, the absolutely crucial takeaway here is Deosai's incredible global importance. This plateau actually acts as a vital climate regulator for the broader region. It serves as an irreplaceable living laboratory for glaciology research and watershed protection. Think of it kind of like a high-altitude biodiversity vault. It offers these profound opportunities for ecologists and climatologists to study exactly how fragile mountain ecosystems function, and more importantly, how they adapt to our rapidly changing world.
Now you might be wondering, how can you experience this firsthand? For those of you inspired to witness these carpets of wildflowers and sleep under some of the darkest, most star-filled skies on Earth, adventure tourism absolutely offers a way. However, and this is absolutely critical, it has to be approached responsibly. Exploring the land of giants is an immense privilege, and it requires truly mindful travel to ensure the ecosystem remains completely undisturbed by our presence.
So if you're planning to safely experience the magic of the plateau, preparation is everything. First, you'll approach via the breathtaking routes from either Skardu or Astor. Next, and please don't skip this, secure your official permits and take altitude precautions incredibly seriously. Remember just how high up we are. Finally, engage in responsible jeep safaris, mindful camping, and respectful wildlife photography. By doing things the right way, we preserve this pristine sanctuary for all the generations to come.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you to ponder a pretty profound question about our future. Deosai is a remarkable natural masterpiece, right? It's a place where the Himalayan brown bear still roams free and ancient glaciers still carve the landscape. But looking ahead, will Earth's last untouched wildernesses actually remain wild? Our exploration of Deosai is a potent reminder of our collective role in protecting these great natural sanctuaries. Thanks for joining me on this journey to the roof of the Himalayas. Keep questioning, keep exploring, and I'll see you next time.